And another guy, CJ, I'm sure you already know. I'm going to bring him up. Derrick Rose as a rookie. I mean, a couple 50-win seasons you were a part of in Chicago, helping him get to that. D Rose's MVP season you saw. John Lucas III, in a recent interview with Gilbert Arenas, said people would get the Rose flu not to face him. Did you get any sense of that? And man, how great was prime Derrick Rose?
Yeah, so that was actually true. That's the first time I think I've been in the league three or 4 years before that. And when I signed with Chicago, I've never seen players, like run from other players or not want to guard certain players or like Lucas said, having the flu and supposedly sick because they don't want to guard D Rose that night. But it definitely happened. He was playing at an unbelievable clip that year. His speed, his energy, his strength, getting to the basket, dunking on people, and I think he just gained the confidence throughout those first couple seasons and seeing that he can be successful in this league and eventually be an MVP, and that's what he did. Obviously, we fell short, of the ultimate goal, which was the championship. But D Rose balled out that year, and it would always go down in the books because of that.
Everybody saw D Rose's, big time dunks. I saw 10 years ago yesterday was D Rose's dunk fest on the Miami Heat, where he dunked over Joel Anthony in that game, which was insane. Was there something that the public didn't see where he did something amazing in practice that you could recall?
No, not really, because I don't even know if I ever seen him dunk in practice actually, because all we did was play like 1-on-1, 2-on-2, 3-on-3. We barely really played 5-on-5, but I never really seen him dunk in practice. I was amazed and in awe, just like the fans were watching it, because I never really seen it in practice. But he definitely put on a show. He was dunking on people left and right, splitting the pick and rolls and dunking on people, and it was just crazy. It was cool to watch.
Of course, and I'm a big New York Knicks fan, so it's a pleasure to have him in New York. I'd love
Yeah.
to get your thoughts on D Rose now. What did you see then? What do you see now? Of course, he's more of a calculated killer now with his mid range and
Yeah.
all that. So, I'd love to get your thoughts on that.
I think he's just a smarter player now. I think back then he wasn't reckless. I don't think, but he was just playing at his speed. He was still change speeds pretty well, but now it's kind of more calculated. Like you said, he picks and chooses his spots. He gets his teammates involved a little more. He shoots the three ball pretty well. Also, I think he shoots like 40% this year or whatever. But and he's being more of a leader. Also, he's out there talking more. And when I play with D Rose, me and him are both quiet, shy guys, but he never hardly really talked. But now he's talking more, being more of a leader, more of a mentor, and I love to see it.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing I've noticed. He's like yelling on the court and kind of talking
Yeah, yeah,
smack to players. I didn't
yeah,
see
yeah. It's
that
good.
at all
It's good
back
for the
then.
game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, exactly. He was just calling out Trey Young. I just posted that before this, and
Mhm.
I'm excited for game 2 tonight.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah, and another guy in New York, Tom Thibodeau, your former coach. Now, when you see the turnaround that he brought to New York this season, were your thoughts, oh man, that's the same old Tibbs. You already know he's going to come in and change the culture. Or is he different from when you were with him?
I'm sure he's probably different now. Maybe latter practices and things of that nature. But I definitely knew once they signed him that New York was going to be back rocking. They're going to be back, in that playoff contention, and maybe they're probably maybe like one or two players, and then maybe like a bench player short from being in that championship contention. Always talking about them, but I think they're definitely close. Hopefully, they get out of this round and keep advancing. But I think they're definitely on the brink of something great, and New York's going to be back rocking like it used to be.